Women expose themselves constantly on the internet. That's why it's wonderful. They make videos talking about red flags, but actually exposing their own red flags and why men shouldn't date them. Just gives us all of this extra data of just, yeah, I'm going to stay away from this one.
Guys, a real life man just commented on one of my TikToks and said, "What do you have to offer? Like, what do you bring to the table?" Guys, there really are DL men among us everywhere. Everybody
We're gay again.
wants a boyfriend now. How am I?
All right, there we have one of the worst questions you can ever ask a woman. What value does she bring other than just her looks? If this is your reaction to a simple question of what you bring to the table, then I don't even want to know how you handle other life situations. I mean, if you're going for a job interview and you're
Women get so overwhelmed by so many simple life decisions. Not simple, I guess, but like it's life decisions that every adult has to go through, and it's crippling for a lot of them.
boss asks you what value you're going to bring, you also just call him or her gay? Now, what you think is that you're venting your frustrations on social media, but what other people see is a woman with no self-reflection and somebody that goes off the rails pretty easily.
Easy.
I just got home from my first date. Let's recap together. The date went well. He was very cute, even cuter than I thought he was going to be. It's not like his pictures were bad, but I could tell enough from his pictures that I thought he was cute. Seeing him in person, I was like, wow. The vibes were very chill.
Yeah, but I'm sure when he saw you, it was not the same thing. He was like, I just got fucking catfished.
And just nice. I just really enjoyed my time with him. The reason I'm a little low is because I feel like he wasn't very into it. I could be misreading that. I don't.
Shocker. How did I figure that out? Because you're a bit of a torta. And I'm sure he probably could not tell by that, but he's just a nice guy, so he ain't gonna really end the date. But yeah, he's not into you.
Don't think I am, but my mind is just racing. We had a conversation about how we both have been on dates with people before where they show up not looking like their profile. And he was like,
I think he was trying to point something out to you.
do I look like my profile? And I was like, you actually look better than your profile. And I was like, do I look like my profile? And he was like, yeah, I'd say you look pretty accurate. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about that response. I don't know. I just really, really liked his energy. And maybe he just wasn't overly showy of his emotions. And maybe he really was enjoying his time. We also were sitting outside and it was very chilly, but the coffee shop was packed. There was no tables inside. It's just really gonna suck. And I'm trying to brace myself if I get a rejection text, a text of, hey, I enjoyed our time, but it's not for me.
What I'm suspecting here is that she does not look quite like her profile photo.
Nope. Thank you, Red. Thank you for at least stating the obvious of what truly does happen. Because Instagram, dating profiles, and all this, women literally get the best angle possible to show literally nothing.
And she knows that he knows and he's disappointed.
Yep.
As a woman, if you're putting out a filtered version of yourself, you know deep down that no matter what, that man is going to be disappointed when he sees you. And that basically you're just setting
Why do you even do that, right?
yourself up for failure in dating.
Exactly.
It shows that you're not willing to be authentic and show your true self. And you're also not planning for the day that he is going to see you without filters and makeup on. Instead, all you want is...
Well, that's the thing, Red. Like, I think a lot of them think they look like that because they just see them in Instagram filters and all this stuff. I know they have mirrors, but they never seem to look at the mirror. They only seem to look at themselves through their filters.
that instant gratification. Now, he does sound like a nice guy. I don't think he wanted to tell you the truth. And more importantly, he didn't want to create a scene in a busy area. Because if she's willing to lie about her appearance, then who knows what else she'll be willing to lie about if she does create a scene. So he was either quietly suffering through the date or he was trying to at least enjoy himself a little bit. Now, the final nail in the coffin here would be this social media post. First of all, smearing all this makeup all over your face while filming yourself and posting it on social media.
I was also confused at why you would do that.
No one's going to take you seriously. And second of all, if he looks you up on social media and saw that you debriefed your date with him online and posted it all over social media, yeah, you're never going to hear from him again. Even if what you said was not negative. Men are typically a lot more private with their lives and don't appreciate it if you talk about them online. And this is the one thing women just seem to never be able to understand. But hey, she did accept the coffee date, which I'll give to her. But more than likely, it was just because the man was.
Well, she knows she's a Thortha. Like, women that know they're a little bit more, low value, they're going to be more willing to accept things, especially from men that they think. She says, she's like, I think I might like him in the pictures, that he looked better. No, he looked fucking good in the pictures. That's why he went on the date in the first place.
Exceptionally good looking.
The fuck do you mean this is right? What the fuck do you mean you think this is right? What about it looks fucking right? I mean, it looks like a strawberry. Why wouldn't you put the strawberries in the thing that looks like a strawberry?
Why does it matter?
Blueberries in the thing that looks blue.
Now on this one, even a lot of women in the comments section were on the man's side here. I mean, first of all, who cares which fruit is in which fruit bowl? It's not that serious.
It's a
In fact,
bowl.
a lot of people commented that if you look at the bottom of the blueberry bowl, it looks like there's a slotted area where the blueberries would.
Yeah, it would fall out, right? I also noticed that, and I was like, I think the man is just being illogical.
More than likely just fall out. But even if that wasn't the case, maybe he just thought that the blue would look better with the red. And it's as simple as that. But apparently there's rules in this house that have to be followed. The big red flag here is that this simple thing that he did that's not even a mistake, I mean, there's no negative consequences to it, other than making this lady mad, whether it's his wife, his girl.
I mean, the negative consequence, they just got blasted on the internet for putting things in bowls.
I know, whatever. She still makes a video publicly humiliating him for it. And even worse, if this little simple thing makes her this upset, then there's not a lot that this man can do without just completely
He's probably living a miserable life.
upsetting her. And that leaves him not a lot of freedom to just make a basic human error. Which, by the way, this wasn't even an error, it was just a preference. But according to her, it's like he did the worst thing he could do.
So I was recently ghosted, and by ghosted I mean he planned a date a week in advance, texted me the entire week leading up to it, and then 24 hours before he stopped replying. Now
Were you making TikToks throughout this whole time leading up to it, talking about it this whole time?
here's the thing about me, I don't take being ghosted lightly, so obviously I texted him 3 times in a row in the span of 36 hours, because I get my shit answered. You don't get to just ghost me. I'm gonna find out what's going on.
So entitled.
Now, I'm hilarious. That's obvious. He doesn't answer still. He's stupid. I make a TikTok about it because why wouldn't I? And it goes a little viral. It goes a little crazy.
That guy right there dodged a huge bullet.
He did.
Even though he planned a whole date, somewhere in that time leading up to the date, somewhere in their
He
communication,
saw it. I'm telling you. Like, good job, guys. Yeah, go look at their social media profiles. Fucking protect yourselves from danger.
communications between them, he was spotting red flags. Now, no matter what he did, if he told her that he was canceling the date or whether he just ghosted her, she was still going to make this TikTok. Him just quietly slipping away was probably the right call here considering this TikTok made.
In the video, I said, I think he unmatched with me because I no longer see him in my Hinge DMs. And everyone's like, girl, you can see who's unmatched with you in your Hinge. I look, he's not on that list. Now, the whole time this was happening, my friend was like, Zoe, he probably recently got out of a relationship, jumped on Hinge just to see what he could get into, and then got back together with his ex.
Right, sure.
Of
Anything
course.
other than looking
It's never your fault.
at yourself to see if maybe you are the problem. Now, if this man does come across this TikTok,
Like, they gaslight each other and thinking that they're not the problem.
then he definitely knows that he made the right call not going on that date. Could have just been that the nose ring gave it away.
True.
He deleted his Hinge, did confirm that that is true. Even if it's not, I'm believing it anyways. But it's fine, it's whatever. I never actually, cared about this guy. It's just funny that he ghosted.
Right, you made a whole videos that went viral about him, but you didn't care. Didn't care. It's like, again, I make videos about women. I care about women. That's why I make videos about women. But I care about men because I warn men about women.
Me.
It's pretty interesting with some of these women because the moment they're rejected, their true nature just reveals itself. Now, if she really didn't care, this TikTok would not exist. How dare that man reject her and just live a happy life without her?
I'm going on a date tomorrow. I'm gonna have to block this man because he has me on here. And we're like figuring out the logistics of it, right? And so he's asking me if I want to meet him at the place or if we want to like drive together. He just texted me, I'm gonna have to block this man on here. He has me on here. He knows. And I
Then why even it's like you want to sabotage yourself so bad. For what exactly? Like, are these people actually famous on TikTok? Are they making massive amounts of money? Because if you're making maybe a few dollars here and there, it just ain't worth it.
I'm like, truly whatever's easiest for you. I'm 30 minutes out of the way, so like I'm gonna have to drive regardless. It's fine. And he's like, I would love for you to come like over here and then we can drive together. And I was like, okay, great. Let me know where I should meet you. Could be a man. Just let me know, make decisions. So then he's like, okay, great. Meet me at the big parking lot in fill in neighborhood. Like he says the neighborhood. Don't piss me off. The big parking lot? Sir, you know I'm not from here. I literally like Google. In my mind, I'm like, is that a restaurant? Is that that can't be a store. The big parking lot. So then I'm Googling like big parking lot neighborhood and like 3 things. I'm like, what the so then I'm picking one and like sending him and I'm like, this is what popped up on Google, like, are we talking about the same thing? And he's like, yeah. Okay, why couldn't you just send me that pin? Anyways, like, do I go tomorrow? Because you just pissed me off and now I'm like annoyed with you.
Okay.
He told her exactly what it is, and she found it. The horror.
I fail to see what exactly the man did wrong here, but clearly you're pissed off enough to the point where you're making a TikTok video about it. Yes, the easiest thing would have been to just send a pin and you would know exactly where to go, but this problem of not clearly knowing where you're going could have been just easily resolved by simply sending him a text asking him to clarify.
Which you kind of did, because you sent him a pin. I'm like, is it here? And he said, yeah.
It would be over in 2 seconds, you would know exactly where to go, and you wouldn't have to waste your time making this TikTok. If this little thing is enough for you to get pissed off and block him, then maybe just don't date. Because I wouldn't want to know how mad you would get if you made a slightly larger error. Some women, they just like creating problems where there was no problem to begin with.